here's the thing. Some of you smart little chickens have signed up for the Get It Done Lab, which starts on Saturday. And some of you have signed up for both Get It Done Lab and Make It Real, which is Veronica's course on creating print on demand projects, which I am going to do with my niece, because some of you may know my niece is an extraordinary equestrian. She is a very, very good rider, and she's been riding competitively for years, and she teaches riding, and she's 15, right? And but you know, this is a very expensive sport, and we are not a particularly wealthy family. So it's a lot to scrape together the money for the horse and the horse chiropractor and the vet bills and the shows and the transportation to the shows and her gear and all the things. So one of the things I suggested was, maybe we could create a little line of like horse girl stuff, mugs and t-shirts and hoodies and pajamas and whatnot, which is super easy to do now with the print on demand technology that's out there. And she could sell it. And, she's on social media all the time anyway, so she could maybe be on there on behalf of the brand. I don't think she wants to particularly be on camera, even though she's a supermodel. But we could just do it, with cute shots of the products and stuff, and just see if she can't generate, $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month to help cover the costs of the thing that she loves to do most. And so anyway, that's the Make It Real course, is right. Veronica will help you figure out designs, what do you want to market, who do you want to market it to, how to make the print on demand process work. And in case you don't know what print on demand is, that's when you design something on something. We use Printful, but there's Redbubble and Society6 and Zazzle and Cafe Press and a dozen other of these websites, where you design it and then you can offer it for sale. And then when somebody buys it, the order goes through your system to their system. They make it, box it, ship it, send it, and you make money. And it's great because it's super ecological, right? You're not creating, 100 copies of books or 1,000 mugs or whatever that nobody's going to buy. You can test ideas at almost no cost at all, except for your time. And sometimes you can find something that'll just sell really well ongoingly. I have a friend who talks about how he has an ebook on like how to carve a pumpkin or something, that every October he sells like $5,000 worth of this little ebook that he wrote 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. So something like that could be very handy, right? So returning to where I started this incredibly long diversion. Some of you have signed up for Get It Done Lab. Some of you have signed up for Make It Real, but not enough of you. Not enough of you. I feel like there's some of you who are like you really want to. You feel like it's a really good idea. You're into it. You trust me. And I think you even trust yourself. Sometimes I feel like it's a self-trust issue. Like you're like, oh, I don't want to sign up for another thing and not do it. But I don't even feel like that's what's going on right now. I feel like maybe it's just the money. Because we did raise the price of this program quite a bit because I got tired of all my peers and coaches and mentors and friends telling me that I was underselling the program. And it was time. The program had matured, right? It's one thing, when it was still sort of in the beta phases and the testing phases. But now we've been doing this for over a year. We've had incredible results. People are getting all kinds of stuff done, design projects done. They're getting house projects done. They're getting fitness and health projects done. They're getting organizational projects done, and they're getting career and money projects done. And what I want to underline for you is how easy it is. I mean, if my 15-year-old niece can make a plan to bring in an extra $1,000 a month, I think you can too. And like, let's just run. And I know you sort of feel like, oh, I can do this stuff later. Like I can update my resume later. I can reach out to clients later. I can, I've got time. You know what? You don't. You don't. The other, I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's on my heart to talk about it. And, we're friends, right? So it's May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Star Wars Day. And a year ago, we checked my sister, I wasn't in town at the time, took my father to hospice care at the VA. God bless the VA and the work they do. God bless the VA. And I've been thinking, what, we're about to come up on a lot of those first anniversaries. He died about a month later, very quietly and painlessly. He knew it was time. He had decided to end treatment, his treatment for his cancer a year or so before. And his doctors were all in agreement, that was fine. And they had thought he wouldn't live another couple of months, and he ended up living like another 18 months, which was amazing. Stubborn. But I keep thinking about him leaving his place for the last time, and how that day will come for all of us, when just the stuff on your desk is just the stuff on your desk that somebody else has to clean up, that those projects you keep meaning to get to are just going to go undone because you're not here to do them anymore. And that is a large part of what motivates me in this business. It's sort of the unspoken theme of my work is, I'm always saying, get your work done, get it out there, get it out of your head, get it on paper, get it out into the world, share it. Because there's only one you, and only you have your ideas, and only you can express your ideas in your way. And we do not have an unlimited amount of time in which to do this. And we do not know how many days we have left to do this. Which I think is not so much a bummer as a cause for celebration, but also a call to action. This is it. This is the moment. And every day that you let another 15 minutes slide by without you paying attention to the things that matter to you, whatever that is, you're telling yourself it doesn't really matter, and it does. And it can make a huge difference for you financially. Like I said in the email, can you imagine that if you spent 15 minutes a day trying to get some new customers or clients, and not in a weird way, but just like maybe reaching out to some former clients, reaching out to some people you used to work with, alumni associations, calling people you like, maybe booking a speaking gig or two, going on some podcasts, I don't know, whatever, 15 minutes a day of whatever, just trying to get some sales in the door. Like, I don't know, here, I'm not gonna remember these numbers, so I wrote them down. Like, yeah, let's say you got something that you offer at $100 an hour, right? Maybe you do offer, healing work or consulting of some kind. First of all, you should be charging way more than $100 an hour. I can't even get my haircut for $100 an hour, or a plumber in here for $100 an hour. My mechanic certainly charges more than $100 an hour. You should also be charging more than $100 an hour. But for simple math, let's say you charge $100 an hour. And let's say you actually decide to sell a 10-pack because really one session isn't going to do that much for people. They really need 10. So you're going to say, okay, I'm going to sell a 10-pack for $1,000, right? Same. And, if you made a phone call a day for a week, which is 30 calls a month, do you think you could sell one? Do you think you could sell two? Do you think you could sell three? I think if you made 30 calls in a month, you could probably expect to sell at least three. And then that's $3,000 that you did not have before, and three very happy new clients who are celebrating the wins and success that they're having with you. Now you've had an impact on three more lives. And maybe you've got like a $15 ebook, maybe you don't want to, you're not selling your time, you're selling a thing. You've got an ebook like Lori does. Lori's got an ebook on what to do when someone you love dies, like a very practical guide on what to actually do. If you spent 15 minutes a day, maybe just pinging 3 people a day, trying to get more reviews, trying to, again, get on some podcasts, maybe do some bulk sales, talk to some organizations, some churches. Maybe they want to stockpile, 10 to have, to be able to give in times of need. Whatever felt good to you, and as a way of increasing the visibility of that ebook. Do you think you could maybe sell one a day? Maybe. That's $450 a month. And then I was thinking, like, well, if you had an extra $500 a month and you just put that into a savings account, which are basically zero interest right now because the interest rates are so low, but $500 a month over 5 years is over $30,000. That's some real money. And I talked in the Your Weird Thing Could Make You $2,000 by Independence Day, that training I did last Saturday. It's posted at the bottom of the Get It Done Lab page. So if you go to therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB, there's the 3-day challenge there about how to find an extra hour in your day. And then there's the Your Weird Thing Could Make You $2,000 by Independence Day. You can tell it's that one because I'm wearing green. I'm wearing a green shirt. Green for money, green for money, green for money. I talked there about like how I knew a woman with a disabled son who was pretty much housebound, but they were making $2,500 a month selling soup, and how you could sell a box of 10 cards for $50 and donate 20% of it to charity. How you could, what's the other example? Oh, my friend with the Giselle workout, right? She was a ballerina, and she needed to raise money to do this production of Giselle that was her life dream. And I said, look, this is way before COVID, so this was sort of a more novel idea then, but it would certainly work better now because people are more used to the idea. I said, do a Giselle workout, set up a streaming camera. She's had to do her workout every day anyway because she was bringing her body back into shape to do this production. I was like, you have to do it anyway. Might as well, sell a 6-week program for $500. Say, do the Giselle workout with me every morning, or 3 mornings a week, or whatever you wanted to do. And you get 20 people at $500. That's 10 grand. Doing something that you've got to do anyway. We talked about cloud watching. You could easily make $1,000 a month cloud watching. If you told me there was a workshop cloud watching, you get 10 people at $97 to come and lay on the grass and enjoy themselves and hold hands with someone they care about and journal and, I don't know, maybe do some sound bathing or guitar singing. I don't know. Have a peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and watch clouds in the afternoon. $97. I would be there like a shot. You get 10 people doing that, that's $1,000. So it's a lot easier to generate this money, I think, than you think it is what I'm saying. And you not doing it is costing you that money every month. Do you get that? You not doing it is costing you. It's costing you. And maybe you're like, well, Sam, I don't have anything to teach. I don't have anything to sell. I haven't written my book yet. I don't know. I don't have a list. I don't have. Fine. Think about something you like to do that you wish you could do more of. Like maybe it's writing, or maybe it's sewing, or maybe it's, I don't know, making teas or tinctures, or I don't know, something you would like to do. And you get 20 other people who want to do it with you. And you say, okay, we're going to have a quilting circle. We're going to have a writing circle. We're going to have a soap making circle. And we're going to meet, every Sunday afternoon. And, it's $100 a month. And I'll, you meet at my house, and for 3 hours on Sunday afternoon, we're going to write, we're going to quilt, we're going to whatever. It's not a class. It's just a time, just a container. It's a time to do the thing and be in community with other people who are doing the thing. And again, you get 20 people giving you $100 a month. That's $2,000 a month every month. And you're doing an enormous favor. And you don't have to be anything special to do that. You don't have to know a million people. Right? What you are not doing is costing you money. And even those of you with real jobs, like you not going to networking events, you not keeping your resume updated, you not keeping your LinkedIn updated, you not staying in contact with other people that you've worked with over time, you not upping your skill sets, all of these things are costing you money. Because this safe job that you think you have is not so safe. And when it ends or changes, or you decide to change it, you will do a lot better if you have been spending 15 minutes a day maintaining your relationships and your skill sets. So if you are on the fence about joining Get It Done Lab, please just jump in. I will do everything in my power to make sure that you double, triple, 10x your investment. And if you decide to do Get It Done Lab and make it real, I will give you $500 gift card as a graduation present in August. And you don't even have to prove to me that, like, oh, I showed up for all the classes, or oh, I did all the things. No, just have to enroll and not quit. Just not ask for a refund, basically. And I will send you a $500 gift card as an encouragement and a thank you and a congratulations. And that's yours to spend however you want. You buy yourself something pretty or invest it in what it is you've been working on. I don't know how to make the deal any more attractive. You know, I was thinking this morning, I was like, should I lower the price? Should I offer some kind of discount or something? I'm like, no, because it's worth it and you're worth it. It doesn't feel good to undersell things. It hasn't felt good this last year knowing that I was underpricing this lab. Because the things you discover and the friends you make and the insights you have into yourself are just so worth it. Okay, I've totally been ignoring the chat. Let me come back here and see what you all have been saying. Let's see. Shelly says, thanks for the laugh. Good. Hi, Anjo. Great to see you. Julie says, my background singers are singing hallelujah because I just sent off a contract and deposit invoice to the new client who showed up for me out of the blue on Tuesday. Boom. And I'm going to say not out of the blue, Julie, because you have been doing the 15 minutes a day thing. You have been, like, you know, taking the daily steps to, again, strengthen those relationships, raise your prices, stay on top of it. Being a solopreneur is hard and lonely, but when you're in community and you're being supported in having better business practices, your business will do better, and it's less exhausting when you are getting better paid. Let's see, Lori's having computer problems. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Good. And just says she's really working on the money. Great. Ria says, thank you for sharing such a vulnerable story, Samantha. I'm sorry to hear. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my dad. As I always say, he was terrible, but he was ours. Clara says, thank you for your honesty and vulnerability. May is a tough month for me too, with anniversaries of losses. Your message hits home for me today. Hearts. Yeah, hearts. Veronica says, yeah, truth, when I'm not drawing my mental health tanks, when I work on Sharptooth Snail, which is her design company, I'm doing self-care. That's right. That's right. Lori says, yeah, we don't know how much time we have at any age, so we need to say and do what's in our hearts to do. Yeah, exactly. Julie says, so true. When I find myself not knowing or wanting to do a thing, I stop and realize that the time and energy I'm taking mulling it over or being frozen while avoiding it is time I could have spent just doing it or doing a piece of it. This one place my 15 minutes gets devoted to, and clients are just showing up now, again, right out of the blue. But no, not out of the blue. You're aligned. You're ringing the bell, you know? June says, Get It Done Lab is not just about making money. It supports my life in so many ways. Thank you, June. Yeah, no, it's not just about making money. But it is about being more visible to yourself in the world and more visible to the world as yourself. Oh, Get It Done Lab is not just about making money. It's about being more visible to yourself in the world and more visible to the world in yourself. This visibility thing is huge. This desire to hide is so deep. Hi, Ruby. Ruby says the times for the live meetings on Saturdays are 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. I think it's 5 o'clock British Standard Time, British Summertime. British Summertime. It's like a little poem, isn't it? Do you guys know this? I have a collection of 2- and 3-word poems, little poems. The first one is Jacket Pocket, written by my best friend, Margaret Weber. Jacket Pocket. What else? British Summertime. Failed Magician. Little poems. My friend Dave Rosowski said one that was Equitable Building, which was a high rise in Chicago. The Equitable Building. It's also fun to say when you've been drinking. Equitable Building. Anyway, John Finnemore has a whole bit about Jacket Pocket. Does he? Oh, I'll have to look that up. Ruby says, you're so right. Being a solopreneur is lonely. And that's the one aspect I hate about it. Right. So again, you could spend that 15 minutes getting into community, this is one of the real benefits of the lab. And those who are in it or have been in it can tell you, like, it's such an amazing circle of wise and wonderful people. Like, you will feel so seen and so supported and so much like you found your tribe. It's because I know most of us are used to feeling like we're a little outside, like we're kind of outsiders. We don't really fit in most of the time. Which is okay. We get used to it. We're weird. That's fine. We're an anomaly. It's okay. You're a little smarter than your average bear. It's not that big a deal. Mostly you're just like everybody else, mostly, but you're sort of used to feeling like you don't really belong. I'm telling you what, you get in this room and you'll be like, oh, my sisters and brothers are here. It's amazing the connections that come back. And every time I send you all out into breakout groups, everybody comes back into the Zoom room like, hi. It's the best. I should take a screenshot. You all look, practically post-orgasmic. It's so delightful to see you connect with each other and hold each other in such compassion and strength. And, because when you meet people in mastermind don't care about your life. We don't care what you weigh. We don't care what you look like. We don't care where you live. We don't care who you're married to. We don't care. We don't care what you're wearing. We're not here for that. We're here to support you in what you tell us you want. And we know you can do it. I know you can do it. I see it right in front of you. I see it so clearly. So that's what we do. We get shit done. And we experiment with getting things done in new ways, right? It doesn't have to be as hard as you think it is. It doesn't have to take as long as you think it is. It doesn't have to, because again, like Julie's experiencing, you do these little steps and then things pop up out of the blue, these big changes, these big sweeps, these big thwacks of money, these big opportunities or little opportunities will like pop up in front of you and you'll be like, how did that happen? Well, it's the magic of getting things done. The 15 minutes a day. Yes, we have actually instituted this newly for this session, this cohort of Get It Done. We are going to open up a Zoom room every weekday for 15 minutes, again, at the same time, 12 noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock British summertime, Jacket Pocket. And Veronica or I, or both of us will be there. We're going to open up the Zoom room. We're going to say, hello, everybody get to work. We're going to do our work for 15 minutes. We're just going to say, great work, and turn it off. So if you would like a daily practicum, you can join us for that daily practicum. And if no one is there, then Veronica and I will just be doing our 15 minutes ourselves. Right. But sometimes it can help knowing that there's a community of people doing it with you, knowing that mom is there, keeping an eye out. And, you can't make it. And I know there's some people who want to do it at a different time, and we're 100% in support of that. If we want to do a second session at some other time of day, I'm happy to do that. And if you want to just be responsible for your own 15 minutes a day, that's the way we've always done it before, and it's worked fine. So it's totally up to you and what works for you. But I'm excited to see what happens with this practicum if people are really committed to showing up every single day. So we'll do that 5 days a week. And then Saturdays, you'll either be in Get It Done Lab live with me on the first and third Saturdays. If you're doing Make It Real, that'll be on the second and fourth Saturdays. So you'll probably be in class with us during that, in that 15 minutes. And then Sundays you're on your own. Yes, Frank says it's also called body doubling or parallel play. It's incredibly effective. Study after study shows that it's amazing what happens because we're tribal animals. We're designed to do things in a group. We like to be with each other. As much as we may wish everybody would go away, we like to be with each other. It lifts us up. We get elevated. We feel the energy. We get great ideas. We join together. That's why mastermind is a thing, right? When two or more are gathered in service of a greater good, magical things happen, right? Ruby says, yay, I love that. A Zoom room to do it together for 15 minutes. Hallelujah. Yep. Julie says, you're right. It's only out of the blue because no one gave me a heads up, but she's someone who came across a person I've worked with before who referred her to me because I've maintained that relationship. Boom. Exactly. And this is part of the disease of perfectionism too. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I've got to get it all figured out in my head before I do anything. No, life is a mystery, babe. You can't get it all figured out in your head. Even if you did have it all figured out in your head, I guarantee you it's not going to go that way. So you just do your part of it. You do your 15 minutes. And then let the magic happen. Let the mystery kick in. Let the new information bubble up. Let the new you show up. All right, so we start this Saturday, guys, so don't delay. therealsambennett.com/lab, L-A-B. Join us for the first session. If you decide you hate it, just say, Sam, I hate this. You can keep all the bonuses. I'll give you your money back. No worries, right? Although I will say one of the bonuses you get is a hard copy of Get It Done of my book. Am I pointing at that right properly? There it is. And we're not going to send those out until after the refund period. But otherwise you can keep all the other bonuses. That's fine with me. Let's see. Lori says, great idea. Plan 15 minutes on Zoom to get it done. Exactly. And then Make It Real is the add-on program for getting the print on demand project. Exactly. And that's a whole self-paced program. Second and fourth Saturdays for Q&A. So Veronica's pre-recorded the trainings, and then she'll be live with you to help support your individual projects and answer your questions on the second and fourth Saturdays. She taught this class a couple of years ago, hugely successful, and she's refined it. And so even if you did it before, you probably want to do it again, probably because there's things you've missed. Also, some things have changed. And we have more insights now. I know a lot of you are concerned with making sure that the products you're selling are ethically sourced. And we are also care about that. So there'll be information about that. Okay, how are we doing? What are you thinking? What are you noticing? Where are you at? Who's in? Christopher, you should be in. Catherine, you should be in. Claire's already in. Deborah should be in. Edith, Fran, yes. Judy, yes. June, I think you're already in. Leslie, Pamela, Reverend Joanne, Ruby, Shelley, yes. Yes. Join Get It Done Lab. That's my sales pitch. Do it. I used to have a coach who he often coached the opposite of that. You would come and be like, I'm having this problem. I can't get out of this need. And he would just go, well, don't do that anymore. Okay, thanks. Let me write that down on my journal. Don't do that anymore. June says, I'm in. Yay. Awesome. All right, everybody, we're at the bottom of the half hour. Does anybody have any specific questions or anything? I know I've been doing a lot of talking this time, but I want you to remember that you have a chorus of background singers, a Greek chorus of background singers, singing your praises, telling you, going, you're awesome, you're awesome, you're awesome, you're awesome, awesome, awesome. And we are here singing your praises. We only pressure you to do this because, first of all, it's what you tell us you want. You tell us that you want to feel less stressed, that you want to be more productive, that you want to feel more juice in your day, that you want to wake up feeling excited and go to bed feeling satisfied and eager for the next day. And no one can give that to you except you. And creating that discipline of 15 minutes a day, every single day, it's how you make great things happen. In your personal life, in your sex life, in your comedy life, in your spiritual life, in your literary life, in your performing life, and whatever, your family life, you can make incredible changes. But you got to get up and do it. 15 minutes a day, right? Julie says she's in. Yay! The 3 payments can be spread out. Yes, we have a payment plan. Absolutely. Absolutely. Julie says, I'm in. Also, Sam, I'm aiming at taking some horseback riding lessons just for fun. Yay! Let us know when your niece has her merch available. I totally will. Thank you, Julie. That's a great idea. Yeah, you can absolutely do payments. And, I know sometimes people, I'm not recommending this and I'm not a financial advisor, God knows. But I know sometimes people will get one of those 0 interest credit cards, put it on the card, spend the 90 days, making the money back, pay it off. End of story. Now, I'm not saying rack up credit card debt. Obviously, that's not ideal. I don't think it's as awful as everybody seems to think it is, but it's obviously not ideal. But you can make it work. There's ways and there's ways. You may have money laying around that you've sort of forgotten about, or I always say just make a list of 15, 30, maybe 30, go with 30. Make a list of 30 ways that the money could show up, right? Even if you have no intention of ever doing any of these things, but make a list of 30, consider it sort of a brainstorming exercise, and then pick one and do it. Stop thinking about why you can't do it and start thinking about how you could. It's amazing what bubbles up. Sometimes you're like, wait a minute, I've got that, $2,000 savings bond that somebody gave me when I graduated high school. What's that worth? Wait a minute, I've got that credit card I never used. Oh, I've got those miles I've never, those points I've never cashed in for anything. Oh, yeah, you can do it. Is there a payment plan for Veronica's class? I don't think so. Although, like I said, you'll get the $500 back in the form of an Amazon gift card at the end. So if you add on Veronica's class, it's free. I know you have to come up with cash now because I have to pay her now, but you will get it back in 90 days. So, but yeah, I don't think so. But again, you put it on a zero card and create your own payment plan, basically. Sometimes PayPal will let you do that too. I don't know. It depends on what your relationship with PayPal is, but sometimes they'll let you do a payment plan through PayPal. All right. Anything else anybody wants to say or share before we hop off? All right. I'm excited to see you guys on Saturday. If you have a friend, totally get your friend to enroll. Absolutely. It's fun to do this as a buddy system, and your friends are the coolest, right? Make some wonderful Mother's Day gifts. The meetings on Saturday, they usually run about between 60 and 75 minutes, depending on how many questions people have, never more than 90 minutes. Julie says, I just moved an interest charging credit card balance to a zero balance new card because I did the math and I'll be able to pay it off, which wasn't looking possible before because I suggested it. Well, there you go. Well done. That's excellent. June says, I didn't see the link to join Veronica's class when I rejoined Get It Done a few weeks ago. I bet Veronica can give you a separate link for that. So yeah, jump into that. And June says, yes, I can. Veronica says, yes, June, I can send you a separate link. Yes, if anybody else needs a separate link, or just email us at support@therealsambennett.com with any questions or issues you're having, we can fix it. Shelly says, there's a YouTuber who just released a free online database of side hustle ideas. Looks great. His name is Joshua Mayo. There's so much of that stuff, affiliate marketing and dropship stuff, and some of it's bullshit and some of it's not. But we can absolutely figure that out for you, because yeah, everybody should have a secondary source of income. Everybody should have a side hustle, and that doesn't mean you got to hustle. It doesn't mean it's got to be hard. It can be pretty easy, but you need multiple streams of income. I mean, I don't know where you live, but you need multiple streams of income. Just like in the Army, 1 is none, 2 is 1, right? I've always had a ton of different projects and gigs and residuals and royalties and this and that and patch. And 20 years ago, people thought I was crazy. And then the economy crashed and I looked like a genius. So you should definitely have. Plus, it just allows you to do, special stuff. It allows you to, take the family to Paris, or get somebody a special present, or buy yourself a special present, or upgrade your appliances, or do whatever it is that you would do that, can make your life nicer, somebody else's life nicer. You have more money to give away. Right? I have a policy now. If anybody is doing any one of those, like, oh, I'm running for, the AIDS Project Los Angeles, or, oh, I'm, walking for breast cancer, or, oh, I'm whatever. I'm like, great, I'm in. I will absolutely support your whatever. And that feels so great. To not be like, oh, do I have $50? I'm not sure. No, fine. Take the $50, take the $100, whatever. You make more, you generate more revenue. You can put more out, right? You are your own economy. You are your own economy. You can pull the lever anytime you want to pull the lever. It's a pretty great feeling. Good. Anything else anybody wants to say or share or ask before we wrap up here? Yeah. So go to therealsambennett.com/lab, LAB. You'll see all the information. You will not see the part about the $500 gift card because that is not printed there. But it's my pinky swear Girl Scouts honor promised you. So you enroll and get it done lab, and then you will see a page that's going to offer you to add on Make It Real. I think you don't even have to re-enter your credit card. It'll just add it to the order. And then you'll be enrolled in both, and we'll have the daily practicum, and we'll be together on Saturdays. That's going to be amazing. Claire says, okay, I have to share that since I signed up for the lab, I got residual checks in the mail covering 75% of the cost, and that was last Tuesday. Woo woo, Claire, I love hearing that. Isn't that amazing how that happens? I had a woman one time who I was having a live event. She was living in Chicago. I didn't know her at the time. And she was really feeling called to come to my live event. She didn't have the money, but was like, screw it. I'm just going to commit. I'm going to trust that it's going to work out. I'm going to do it. She hits the yes on the order form, buys the ticket. Her email refreshes, and in her email box is an email from her landlord saying, hey, I know you used to do grant writing. I have a friend who needs some grant writing support. Could you give her, 4 hours of your time, and I will waive next month's rent? Like, when instant gratification takes too long, try Sam. Like, magic. I love it. Yeah, the universe provides. I mean, we're just good at finding what we're looking for, right? I mean, obviously those checks would have come anyway, and the money would go somewhere. This is the other thing. It's not like if you don't enroll and get it done lab, you're going to have an extra $2,000 at the end of the year. That money is going to go somewhere. So why not put it towards something that will bring you money back? That's just my thought. Okay. Yeah, it's just, but because you allotted it, because you put some pressure on it, you're like, oh, here it is. Like, the cup is empty, now the cup is full. Fill your cup, babe. Fill your cup. Okay, I can't wait to get started. Thank you for being with me here today. Thank you for making this such a fun session. I'm really digging the background singers. Anything else anybody wants to say? Let's do one more breath, shall we? Let's inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks, everybody. Get it done, lab. Get it done, lab. Make it real. Get it done. Make it real. Get it done. That's what your background singers are saying now. Mwah. Bye, everybody.